So this group of people right here is what we call Soundbird, an audio solution startup. We're all students here at CSULB that are interested in doing game audio, and that's kind of what we've been doing. So what we're offering is indie and student developers. They're basically all in one, like, package of whether it be film or video game audio, from integration to sound design to music to voice acting to recording. We're the group that gets it all done.
All right. Tell me about your experiences.
So my experience as a composer, personally I've been growing up composing music for classical piano, and I've been performing violin for a couple of years here at the university. And I joined this one organization on campus called VGDA, and I've been just writing music for their games so far. And for the past 5 or 6 months I've been able to be involved in 10, 11 projects.
Well, I started in VGDA as well. I knew I wanted to be a composer for a very long time, but when I joined VGDA, there was no sound team, and it was just one guy doing mostly everything, which was fine and all, but like once that one guy is gone, you have no one who knows how to handle the sound effects, the music, the dialogue. There's so much like audio that just goes into a game. So yeah, when we're all musicians, and when I met all these people and we were like, let's change that, and then we got this little thing started.
Okay.
Yeah, I've been a musician for as long as I can remember, and then when I come here I thought, okay, maybe I'll try composition, and then I got in with to VGDA and started composing for games like everyone else here, and that's sort of what got me started. I'm still working on building a portfolio, working on different titles, but it's definitely a good experience, and we're grouping together like this. It offers a lot of benefits with all the combined experiences and resources that we have.
All right.
And I primarily do sound design, but I grew up a classical pianist. So I compose sometimes, but my strong point is really sound design. Everything from, explosions to what happens when you click a button. And I guess I got started similar to all these guys here. You really get started by just meeting people who know what you want to do and kind of just absorbing that knowledge straight off of them. And if maybe they don't know something, and the information just goes every direction. It's yeah.
And what are your aspirations?
Well,
Okay, you want to start?
I mean, we all want to make it in the audio industry, and I don't know if I can speak for everyone, but I think since we all love writing for video games and we like doing this, and definitely make a career out of something to start working for larger and larger titles, I think that's definitely at least one goal for all of us here.
Yeah, I personally, I think there's a huge growing industry in the video game concert business. There's a lot of interactive concerts, and like I love classical music. Classical orchestras are great, but there's a very different level of interactivity, even in just listening to video game music in a live orchestra. I think the energy is amazing, and I'm really interested in that type of planning, that type of organization, and the composition that goes into those.
personally, I've never seen anything like the video game audio industry. Everyone is very supportive up there, and they're very welcoming, and there's so much mentoring and personal, just like people wanting to help others, people who are just starting out going up there. So I've been able to be inspired by that. So not only do I want to be a full-time video game composer in 10, 20 years, I also want to be able to help those who are just as passionate about video game music like me to get to where I would be.
Okay.
And the video game industry is growing really rapidly, and I guess all of us here just basically said the same thing. We really want to get into the video game industry, and you know something's going right when labor unions are holding strikes against them. And that just means that the industry is growing at a tremendous rate. There's more money, so, I mean, they want more money, right? So at this rate, the industry doesn't show any signs of slowing down. And what's happening is that there's still more AAA titles coming out, but there's also an increasing amount of indie titles coming out. And we really just want to hop on whatever good opportunities come our way.